What's up, guys? It's the HHN Dog here, the leader of the pack, and I am back with another Halloween Horror Nights video. No, this is not an announcement video, but I can probably say that we will get an announcement sooner rather than later for Halloween Horror Nights 27. So for this video, this is going to be an HHN Tag video. If you know who Zombie Chris is, shout out to him. I will put the link to his channel in the description bar down below for more amazing Halloween Horror Nights videos. He's a good friend of mine. So in his previous video, he did an HHN Tag video, basically answering 8 questions about the event. So now I decided, well, I might as well do one. So let's get right into it. I'm going to answer these questions to the best of my ability. No, I did not pre-answer these questions. I'm going to give my answers right here, right now during the video. So question 1. HHN House I Hate. Now, Zombie Chris said this in his video. There is always one house every year that, they don't know, that the team doesn't know what they're doing, but that they don't know what they were doing, creating into that one house. But the one house I really hated was Lunatic's Playground 3D, You Won't Stand a Chance. This house was a great house, don't get me wrong. It was a great house, but it was a good concept. I liked what they were going for in the house, but it should not have been in 3D. And from what I've heard, there would be a scare actor chasing you out of the house. We didn't really get the scare actor chasing you out of the house. But again, I liked what they were going for. The concept was good, but it should not have been in 3D. And I walked through the maze two or three times if I remember correctly. And if you look at some of the masks they used, they were actually from Asylum in Wonderland from 25. So yeah, and most of the scare actors, and I read some of the comments about Lunatic's Playground. Another thing that I didn't like about Lunatics was that some of the scare actors were on stages, like they were on little platforms, and they would scare you from above. Again, I liked what they were going for. The concept was good. It was great, but should not have been in 3D. It should not have been in 3D. Question 2. Overrated HHN House. The most overrated... Ooh, that's a tough one. I probably cannot answer. Wow. Overrated HHN House. That's a tough one to answer, because I guess the most overrated... That's a tough one. I can't really answer that question. I have one house in mind, but then, I would probably get a lot of hate for it. That is a tough one, because like I said, if I say this one house, I would probably get a lot of hate for it. Not hate, but I'll get some comments down below. That's a tough one. I'll have to think about that one. So I'm going to think about that one as I'm answering the other questions. Number 3, underrated house. The most underrated house I've ever been through was a lot of people didn't like it from 25. A lot of people did not like it from 25 because, yes, from 25, you guys have heard me mention this in previous Halloween Horror Nights videos. It was originally supposed to be another property But, you know, we will get that property soon. We will get that property hopefully soon. So my most underrated HHN house would probably have to be The Purge from Halloween Horror Nights 25. You know, again, it was supposed to be another property, but like I said, we will get that property in the future. Crossing fingers we do. But The Purge, you know, for what they did, for what they built, it was actually a pretty decent house. You know, they had, for the original house that it was supposed to be, for the original house it was supposed to be in the tent, they really utilized what they had for that house. And then after the situation, they really did do a great job with what they had in the house. So I'm hoping that answer makes sense, but underrated HHN house is The Purge. Question 4. HHN Icon I Love. The HHN Icon I Love has to be... A lot of people did not like her from last year, but I actually happened to love Chance. She was the icon I liked. You know, I liked how they made 26 her year, you know. When we first saw Chance at 17 Carnival of Carnage, and then when we saw her again at HHN 25, you know, it was only a matter of time before Chance would finally get her year. So Chance finally got her year. I liked what they did, even though she was very underutilized, but she was a great icon, and I love Chance. I really hope, and I think she'll come back later on. Maybe around 30, maybe when Halloween Horror Nights celebrates 30 years, maybe Chance will come back at 30. I don't know. HHN Icon I Cherish. That's an easy one. I was thinking about this last night. The icon I cherish, Jack the Clown. Jack is, if you look at the chain of HHN icons, if you look at the list of HHN icons, Jack is probably at the top of that list because Jack is the most popular HHN icon out there. He's been at the event 2000, 2007, and 2015. He's been there so long, and the first time I saw Jack at HHN 25 during the Carnage Returns, I thought that, oh, it's Jack, he's back. And then when I saw the Carnage Returns, even though Jack wasn't really used that much, even though Chance was the heavy in that show from 2015, Jack was, excuse me, Jack was an amazing icon, and and there will never be another Jack. There will never be another Jack the Clown at Halloween Horror Nights, so Jack the Clown is the icon I cherish. Number 6, HHN year that was most sentimental. So I'm guessing by sentimental it means like the year that you will cherish forever. That's an easy one. That'll be my first year at Halloween Horror Nights because I went to Halloween Horror Nights 20 back in 2010 when the event celebrated 20 years of fear. My very first haunted house was Legendary Truth, the Wyandotte Estate, which was from 20. It was a good house, and HHN 20 will always be my favorite year because I will never forget my very first experience inside of a haunted house because, excuse me, Legendary Truth, the Wyandotte Estate was my very first haunted house in my life, and I'm being dead serious about that, and I will never forget that experience inside of HHN 20. Number 7, HHN Year I Miss. The year I miss has to be Halloween Horror Nights 24. That year was a great year. because you had some great original houses like Roanoke Cannibal Colony, Dollhouse of the Damned, and Giggles and Gore Incorporated, and then you had some awesome properties like Halloween, AVP, Alien vs. Predator. That was such a great year, and what really brought the year full circle was not only the announcement of Halloween, but at the end of if you remember from the media video they sent out to everyone, like a preview of, whoops, bug on the camera. Sorry about that, bug on the camera. My bad. If you remember from that year, at the end when they sent out the media video, Jack the Clown made a cameo at the end of that video. That was awesome. Not only the announcement of Halloween, but when Jack was announced 1 year prior to that. So Halloween Horror Nights 24, great houses, great lineup, great scare zones. Halloween overall was my favorite house from 24, and my favorite scare zone of the year had to have been Bayou of Blood. So those two were my absolute favorites. And final question, number 8. The dark humor house that kept me laughing. Oh. I would have to say... Oh, that's an easy one. I was thinking about that, and I'm like, I don't think I've been in plenty of dark humor houses at Halloween Horror Nights that kept me laughing. A lot of people did not like it, but I really enjoyed Penn and Teller Newt Las Vegas 3D. A lot of people did not like it, but it was a comedy house. It was a dark comedy house that was really awesome. It was a dark humor house, you know, with the Las Vegas aesthetics, with the Elvis scare actor. If you remember from that year, they had an Elvis Presley scare actor in that house. It was just a great house that year. It was a dark humor house. Number 2. Now back to question 2. Overrated HHN house. Ooh. I'm just going to go out and say it. The overrated house has to be Freddy vs. Jason from Halloween Horror Nights 25. Now, let me explain. The reason why that is my overrated house, because when it was first announced, I thought it was going to be based on the 2003 movie, which a lot of people give a lot of hate for it, but I happen to love the Freddy vs. Jason movie. But it was overhyped, and plus too with the use of screens, it was really overrated. I'm sorry, but it was still a good house, but it should have been based on the movie, and the use of screens. So, I'm sorry if I made a lot of you mad, but that's just my opinion. But, alright guys, that is the end of the HHN Tag video. I will put the 8 questions I just answered in the description down below, so you guys can do your own HHN Tag video for your YouTube channel. Again, I will put Zombie Chris's HHN Tag video in the description down below. The link to that video in the description. I'll put all my social media in the description down below. So, alright guys, thank you guys so much. Again, all 8 questions that I just answered will be in the description down below. Zombie Chris's HHN Tag video will be in the description down below. So thank you guys so much. Alright, that's the end of the video. So, alright guys, thank you guys so much. You can follow me on Twitter, Instagram, at HHNDawg, DAWG. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe for more Halloween Horror Nights videos like this. Thank you guys so much. All my social media down below. Thank you guys so much. So, until the next Halloween Horror Nights video, boys and girls, I will see you in the doghouse.